welcome back to Carrie's Beauty Corner. We have Vlogmas Day 3. This video almost didn't get made, but as you can see, I have no makeup on, and yes, I am in pajamas. What I'm gonna do today, I'm gonna talk about my top 10 favorite Christmas movies of all time while I put my skincare on. So if that sounds fun to you, stick around. That's coming up next. Okay, I don't usually put my skincare on with my glasses on, but there's a few things that I want to read. But I'm gonna go ahead and clip my hair back out of the way, because my hair is nice and clean. And I'm gonna be honest, I took a shower late in the day. It's about 4 o'clock right now, 3:30, and I haven't done my skincare at all. So I'm kind of doing just a combo day-night, just to give my skin what it needs. But I have to have my glasses on so we can talk about these movies. And I'm not going to talk about the products that I'm using. I'm basically just going to use what I do, and then I'll let you know in the comment section what it is I'm using. So the first thing that I'm going to do is go on in with my toner. And I can tell you a good bit about this movie without having to look, but I would have to probably say my #1 all-time favorite is It's a Wonderful Life. And I know that sounds really cliche because that's everyone's favorite movie, but y'all, come on. The story, it was made in 1946, and it stars Jimmy Stewart and Donna Reed, who was absolutely stunning in that movie. But the story is Jimmy Stewart plays George Bailey, and George Bailey is in a serious bind on Christmas Eve, and his guardian angel is assigned to him, and he gets to grant a wish. And the wish is that he'd never been born. He wished he'd never been born. And with that being said, the angel gave him his wish, and the movie showed all the lives that he touched and what a positive impact he had on them. It's a feel-good movie. It will make you believe in people again as a community, and just how people come together to help each other out. It's just a wonderful movie. The second movie is got to be Miracle on 34th Street, the original. The one with Maureen O'Hara, and who played Santa Claus? What was his name? Edmund Gwenn played Santa Claus, Kris Kringle. And this story is kind of geared towards a little girl whose mother is a bit cynical, a bit, I don't know, she doesn't want her daughter believing in any kind of fairy tales or make-believe, so she certainly doesn't believe in Santa Claus. And my favorite part of the movie, when the little girl starts to have doubts, there's a little girl sitting on Santa Claus's lap, and the mother says, we just adopted her. She's Dutch. She doesn't speak English. And Santa Claus starts singing her a little song in her native language, in Dutch. And the little girl who doesn't believe, her name's Susie, and she's watching this. and she's thinking to herself, well, if he's not the real Santa Claus, how does he know? How did he know to do this? How does he know what everyone wants? But anyway, they all find out in the end. They go to court and they prove that he is the real Santa Claus, and the way that they prove it is really, really neat. So that one is very high on my list. And there's been a remake, and it's okay, but I tend to like these really old ones, and this one was made in 1947. The next one is really just a fun kind of movie. It's called Christmas in Connecticut, and it was made in 1945, and it stars Barbara Stanwyck and what's the Morgan guy? What is his name? Dennis Morgan. But it's a funny, kind of silly movie. This guy comes back from World War II, and he had been stranded at sea and was just starving, and he kept referring back to this lady who had a magazine column, and she had like a farm and always cooked this perfect food, and so he dreamed about having that food while he was stranded at sea. So anyway, he's rescued, and because he's a war hero, they want to do something for him. So the editor or the owner of the magazine invites him to come to her farm, and it turns out it's all fake. She's just writing it from a little apartment. So it all comes out, but the way that it all comes out and the way people get together is really, really cute. So I highly recommend that one also. And then there's another one that is kind of like that. It's from 1947, and it's called It Happened on Fifth Avenue, and it stars Victor Moore and Ann Harding, and you'll also notice that the skipper from Gilligan's Island is in it. But anyway, it's this homeless man who found his way into this mansion on Fifth Avenue because the family was away, and he would go and live there and wear their clothes, and he got caught, but it's very interesting the way he got caught. But it is just a really, really cute movie, and I watch it every year. I don't know when I found it on TV, and I had never seen it, and then after that I started telling people about it. My sister-in-law sent me a copy of it, so I have it, and I watch it every year. My parents love it too. And let's go ahead and talk about White Christmas. Everybody knows White Christmas. White Christmas is another feel-good. It has some very heartfelt things in it. It also has some silly, cutesy stuff, a love story. The story is about a retired general from the Army. And anyway, I don't want to give it away if you haven't seen it. But it is a musical, but the singing and the dancing, it's all so well done. Rosemary Clooney, Bing Crosby, Danny Kaye, and Vera Ellen are the stars, and they are just magnificent. They have people used to go to clubs and see acts, so there was a sister act, and anyway, they all end up in Vermont at this inn, but it's just great. It's just a great movie, and if you haven't seen it, put that on your list. The next thing that I have is called Holiday Inn, and it has Bing Crosby and Fred Astaire in it. It also has a lot of singing and a lot of dancing and a lot of quirkiness. This one is from 1942, but it is the movie that the song White Christmas came from. And so it's very interesting to see that that was like the first time Bing Crosby started singing that song. And that version is just, I don't know, it's just beautiful. You would have to watch it. But the scenery, and it's called Holiday Inn because Bing Crosby owns this inn, and he does like a show for every holiday, and it's just really funny. It's kind of quirky too, but it's I love it. Holiday Inn. And of course it's a Christmas movie and Bing Crosby's in it, so it's got to be good, right? Anyway, let's move on to the next one. The next two are kind of, and they have some funny parts in them, but let's go with The Bells of St. Mary. It is from 1945, and it stars Bing Crosby and Ingrid Bergman. And it'll get you right here, and if it doesn't, you have something wrong with you. But anyway, it's basically, if you want to know the truth, if you boil down the plot of The Bells of St. Mary, it's about faith, and it will bring a tear to your eye, and I think we all need that about this time of year. Which brings me to, okay, I did say that. Which brings me to the next one that gets me to The Bishop's Wife with Cary Grant and Loretta Young and David Niven. It is from 1947 also. Boy, the 40s is where it was happening. They were making fabulous movies. Excuse me. Anyway, The Bishop's Wife. The bishop is having trouble funding a cathedral, I believe it is. Anyway, something to that effect. And he gets an angel, and the angel is a trip. But the angel he just pulls it all together for this particular family. Anyway, it's a wonderful movie, The Bishop's Wife. Now, the last two that I want to talk about are more modern, and I'm going to put my eye cream on, and I'm also putting a mask on that I'll wash off later, so I'm going to be doing that while I'm talking to you. But the first one, it's kind of a chick flick, and I'm not opposed to a good chick flick, but I like these other ones so much more. The old ones that I mentioned before, but one that came out a few years ago called The Holiday with Cameron Diaz and Jude Law. Oh, honey. Anyway, Jude Law, Jack Black is in it, Kate Winslet, and I love her. It's about these this English woman and an American woman, and they swap houses for the holiday, and it's all about what happens to them when they're in the other one's environment, and of course they both end up finding love, but it's just such a cute story, and it has a kind of story within a story about an old actor who was just kind of wasting away, and Kate Winslet comes along and kind of saves him. I don't know if that's the right word. I got to do my lip scrub. Hold on. Saving him, more or less. because he was just kind of sitting at home wasting away. And she reminded him of the success that he had had and how important he was. And she just kind of made him believe in himself again. And anyway, I love it. I know when it came out, I went to see it with a friend of mine, and I had just recently gotten out of a very toxic situation, and I could relate to Kate Winslet's character so much. And I just love, there's a line in that movie, and she calls it, and it's Rupert Sewell plays the guy that she has this toxic relationship, and that's what she calls it. She said this twisted, toxic thing, you know, and I just could relate to it. So I ended up going back to the movies to see it with my sister. Then I bought it, and of course, if it's on TV and I'm flipping around, which I don't do that anymore, we don't have cable, but if I'm flipping around and I see it, oh yeah. And y'all, I love this e.l.f. Ride or Die lip balm, but am I the only person who can't get it out? It is, God, there it goes, but it is so thick. And it works. And it's very nice, but darn, I'm either super weak or that's super tough. Okay, the last one. And these are not in order by any means, because I dearly love them all. But the last one that I have to say that I love so much is the Santa Claus, the first one with Tim Allen. When he has his little boy for the night and they go on their adventure, it is, I'm sorry, I'm looking for my little scoop. There it is. Nope. I'll be right back. Sorry, I had to find my little scoop. Anyway, when they go to the North Pole and meet Bernard, and he starts telling him, you know, that he's Santa Claus, and all those children up there who are playing elves. Y'all, the scenery in that movie, to me, is one of the most magical sets I've ever seen on a movie. It makes me feel like a kid again every time I watch it. I absolutely love that movie. And I do like the second one too, with Elizabeth Mitchell, where it's the Santa Claus, the Mrs. Claus, where he has to take a wife to remain Santa Claus. And I like that one too, but nothing like the first one. But the second one's funny to me because Mother Nature's in it, the Easter Bunny, the Tooth Fairy, Father Time. It's just really cute. Sandman. I like the second one for those characters. But anyway, nothing to me beats the first one when his ex-wife and her husband look in his eyes and they know it's him. It gives me chills every time I watch it. I can't help it. I just love it. And I didn't look these up, but I will say there's probably a couple that are honorable mentions. I do like Home Alone. The first one, I don't know. I just think it's cute. It's not my favorite, but I do like it. And the last one I'm going to mention, I'm only going to mention because I think I'm in the minority, but I hate A Christmas Story or The Christmas Story or whichever one that is that everybody loves so much. I hate that movie. I hate it. I don't know why. It's just not my thing. But anyway, that was my, it was really kind of my nighttime skin care routine. I did a glycolic acid toner. Oh, well, first I cleansed with my Honest Beauty that I talked about in my November favorites. And I used a glycolic toner. I used a vitamin C, a hyaluronic, and a retinol serum. Then I used this Grown Alchemist Detox Night Cream. I've been liking that. And I used the Milk Makeup, the Kush Lip Scrub, and put the Mint Elf Rider Dye on top of that. I used the Murad Hydrodynamic Eye Cream. And then I've got a mask on. It is the Glow Tonic Avocado Retinol Mask. So that is what I used, and I'll list it all. I will list it all in the description below. But I hope you're enjoying these videos. I'm enjoying doing them. I'm going to try to throw some makeup or something in every day. I got a couple of hauls coming, and I have like 6 or 7 subscription boxes coming. Hey, it's Christmas. That I'm doing that for myself for Christmas so that I can bring it to you. So if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I would be ever so grateful if you would hit that subscribe button before you leave. And if you enjoyed this video and you're looking forward to Vlogmas Day 4, hit that like button and talk to me. Tell me what you'd like to see. I really, really enjoy it when y'all talk to me, so let me know what you want. Anyway, with that being said, I'm going to wrap it up. I bet it's pretty now. I'm going to wrap it up. And I'm going to go lay in the bed and edit this thing. So have a wonderful rest of the day. God bless you, and thank you for watching. Bye-bye.